Right, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. So I'm going to show you an update of a lot of my plants and do a little bit of a tour. So you're going to get like a half tour. Oh no, spoilers. You're going to get a half tour and then the rest I'm going to like hold and show you. So let's go to the half tour first because I've already filmed it, and then we'll jump back in a second to the other stuff. So here we go. Right, so starting up here, I've got my Begonia maculata YTI. This is the second one that I received, so I've still got it in its little plastic wrap. It is wilting just a little bit at the moment, so I'm going to water it very soon. I'm going to take it out of that and like maybe put it into a bigger pot or something, but it's doing really well here. I've just got it like up against like the back wall. Excuse the condensation marks. And then down here we've got Sprouts enclosure, which is looking a mess. I need to top it up with more. I want to put some more like soil in there and build it up a little bit more because it does kind of break down as he nibbles his way through it. Next to it, I have one of my Christmas cacti or Thanksgiving cacti, or Schlumbergera is the Latin. This is the pink one, and I've found that where I had it before, it just dried out too quickly and it really didn't like it. So I now keep it in here, so it's just in between both enclosures, and it seems to really do absolutely fine. And you can see it's starting to bring out some more flowers, and you can see like aerial roots. It's dusty, but like you can see the aerial roots coming through, which is really good, and it's not drying out so quick now that I've put it there. And I do keep it in a little water tray. Obviously I don't keep it in water, I just mean like so that it catches the water when I do water it. Right, here then we have my Imperial Red Philodendron. This is, it's had this damage for the entire time I've had it basically, but it's coming out with some new leaves. This one like needs, I don't know, it looks, I like it, but it does, just because it's got the damage on the leaves, it kind of doesn't look the best, and the leaves come through really weird, but I mean it's looking good. I mean I like it, I'm happy with it. Just we've got a lot of like strange leaves. I've got my Begonia escargot here. This one has it's kind of showing signs of not traveling too well now, so like actually I'll take these off. So these are all the dead leaves that like from shock, etc. Like it happens. It's still very healthy and alive. You see there's some new growth coming up here, so it's going to be absolutely perfectly fine. This looks really dry on top. It's not, well, on top it is, but I did just water it, so it's nice and heavy. I just need to put it up into a different pot or something, or find a nice place for it to rest or stay. Right, this next one I kind of didn't want to show for a while, but now I'm going to show it because I need to just let you guys know what happened. It's really not that dramatic, it just sounds a bit dramatic. So when I bought the Hoya Macrophylla variegated, it came really like I don't know, it had just been recently potted up, etc. And this is all I have left, and it is doing really doing really well. These two leaves are really healthy, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see it if we get in there, but just here where the tip of my finger is, there's a little node that is sprouting. So I've got some fertilizer. I'm using the Thompson & Morgan. I've took the label off because it just looks better without the label on it. But like those leaves are so healthy, and I'm happy that I got one piece to survive. It is a shame. The seller did completely refund me and say like kind of accept that it was his, like that he had just transplanted it and it wasn't in the best state to send out so soon. But I'm really happy that I've got these two leaves to survive. So there's that one out of the way. Down here I've got a bit of ivy that I took propagations of, and I just took this out of my propagation box, and the leaves, you can hear it, have just crunched up where they don't like the new level of humidity in here, which obviously isn't as high as it was in the propagation box. Here we've got my Breakdance, that's the one, and it is doing amazing. is looking really good. I did buy a new pot for it the other day, which I'll show you guys after this. So I'm going to be putting it up, and it's just huge and amazing, and it just looks really good. Right, up here we've got my Ficus elastica. I think this is a Taneki, I think, and it's finally grown a new leaf that doesn't look awful. So the new leaves last year grew like this because I had it directly under the grow light, whereas now I've got it in a lower light area, and it's looking a lot healthier. Then I have, you can see my shorts in the bag. I'm still in my pajamas. We have a ZZ Raven here, which you can see by the color difference of me wiping. It needs dusting. But we had a bit of new growth, I think. Yeah, so this was new growth here, and I think this one only grew one new stem, which is all right. It's no problem. But it's healthy, growing, looking relatively good. Then my here we have my Sansevieria Silver Flame, and it's just doing really well. It's starting to send up some new growth. So you can see in the centers, we've got some new growth coming up. And back there, it's looking really good. I've just got it in this big pot here. Oh, then we've got a Hoya Polynura propagation, which is growing lovely. This was just a 2-leaf propagation I took last year, and it's grown all that. Then I have a Scindapsus pictus. This one, oh no, is this the Trebi? No, the Argyreus, which is doing lovely. It's like kind of doesn't really grow quick, but I mean, it looks nice. I've got my orchid over here. What's it called? Oncidium or Dendrobium? One of those two. I forget with the orchid names. Which is doing all right. I've been watering it, feeding it, etc. But I've not really been feeding it. I've fed it a couple of times, but it's doing okay. It's just chilling over there in the corner. And then I have my Philodendron Birkin, which is coming up amazing. The new leaves, the two newest leaves have come through pure white. Like, look at that one. So I'm really not sure what the next leaf is going to come out as, because this one's come out with a few bits of green, and this next one just looks pure white. So I'm really not expecting too much, but the entire plant is looking so healthy and like just large and lush. And then up here we have my giant Euphorbia lacti white ghost, which is doing amazing. I mean, it's just chilling. It doesn't really do anything. When the grow light is on, it does get illuminated from this side. So, but I don't want it to be there for too much longer. I do want to move it into a more of a like forever position. And then we've got Begonia propagations. We have my propagations of the Ceropegia woodii variegated, which have all grown. You see they're growing. They've all rooted and they're doing really well. Oh, I don't want to put that back on because I'll probably squish them. And then we have here my Fittonia, and I've got my one last fertilizer left to use. I just need to figure out which plant I want to use it on. Right, so now I'm going to show you a few things that have just been growing like crazy, and I'm really excited and happy about. Where should I start? I'll start with the Caladiums. I showed you guys in my previous video my 2 Caladiums that I have and how quickly they've grown and how much they're growing. I think it was that evening or the evening following, I then went online and bought 2 more, just the bulbs. I've grown these 2 from bulbs. I'll start with the Caladium Rosebud. This one hasn't actually opened a leaf yet, but you can see the leaf is so close to opening. That's going to be open in a couple of, like, literally a day or 2. Which is annoying because I wish I could show it, but like you can kind of see how amazing the color is going to be. And I think from looking at this that the center of the leaf is going to be quite pinky, and then the outside is looking like it's going to be quite green. So that's going to be so nice. It has only got 1 leaf coming up. Well, the second one is here, but it's like just really taking its time. But that's going to be a massive leaf when it opens up. So that one there. I then have my Caladium Cranberry Star, which you guys saw in my previous video, only had like, what, 3 or 4 leaves open. And it literally, we're like only a couple of days later, and it has turned into this. It is the same one. I've put the fertilizer in this one as well. I pulled off the label because it just didn't, it looks prettier without the label. But like, look at the color and size of these leaves. Hit my stomach. It's just growing like crazy. It doesn't look like there's too many large leaves coming now. These two were the biggest like stems that were shooting up, but it's just growing like absolute crazy. There are so many stems in there, and just, I don't know if you can hear my stomach, but I'm sorry if you can. I don't know how these aren't more popular looking like that. They kind of look like a cross between Syngoniums and like alocasias. But I'm so impressed with that one. And the two, I bought two more. I don't remember the names of them. I just did it like on a whim one evening because I got an email that they were on sale. So I was like, yep, I'll get some. So yeah, that's it. Oh, I can't get over how incredible that looks. That is so nice. Yeah, anyway, I could look at that all day. It's so pretty. And I think it's supposed to get, like, as it matures, it'll get a lot more of this pink blotching in there. Right, next up, one of my absolute favourites, undoubtedly, is my Philodendron verrucosum, which just seems to be growing by the day. It now has another leaf opening here, which is just unfurling. So this was the leaf that I had showed you guys most recently. It's amazing. Oh, and like, I don't know, I'm gonna need to pot it into a bigger, well, I mean, it seems fine, but I want to put it into a bigger pot and get it like a moss pole, because I've just got it tied to a cane at the moment. What was I about to show you? Oh yeah, the backs. Look how like weirdly hairy, like the backs of the petioles are. It's like so weird, and I haven't decided yet if I like it or not. The stems, I love the leaves. The foliage is amazing, and the backs of the foliage is amazing as well. But it's just growing so big, and to think that was literally a single leaf. It was just this leaf. Like, it was a cutting, and now it's grown to this size, which is amazing. Yeah, God, I love that so much. One of my proudest plants. And it does really well. I just keep it under the grow light, that grow light there, and water it every now and again, and it seems to be enjoying it. So up next, I'll show my Begonia. This is one that I haven't shown in a very long time. It's just been right over the back around this corner, which you can't see, but it has dropped a relative amount of leaves during the winter. I want to put it up into a bigger pot, but I was waiting for the spring. I don't really know why I was waiting, but I was. But this is my Begonia Griffin, and it's only got 3 leaves at the moment, but the stem is so tall. I'm like tempted to take a cutting or like just chop it about here. I'm not gonna do it, don't worry. Like, I'm gonna think about it for a long time, but I could just cut it, let it grow from the base again, and then propagate the stem, because I believe it is the stem that you propagate from, you don't propagate from the foliage of these ones. But this is doing really well, but it's just in such a small pot that it does dry out too quick, and now that we're getting hotter weather, it has been dropping leaves because it's just been getting too dry. But the backs of the foliage is so pretty on this one. That looks amazing. That's so nice. But it's doing really well. I'm happy with it. I'm happy that it's survived. It's really like getting thick. That stem is nice. But yeah, I am thinking I could cut it quite low and then it'll bush out and it'll just be really impressive. I think I prefer the backs of the leaves to the fronts. Let me show. Oh no, I prefer them both in like different ways. Yeah, that's so nice. But yeah, I thought I'd show you that because I know Nick, I spoke to Nick and he was thinking that it had died off, but it hasn't died. It's doing good. One Begonia, this is my Begonia Marmaduke. These are the ones that I took the little cells off of because they are terrible. And it's growing back quite nicely now. Yeah, so this is the Marmaduke, and I was just looking at that leaf. Yeah, no, it's fine. I thought that leaf had snapped, but it's not. So yeah, it was just this leaf when I took the wrap off of the root ball, and now it's got all these leaves, which is I'm so happy about because the Marmaduke is definitely one of my favourite Begonia varieties. And and it's like finally doing quite well. So what I'm hoping for is, because I don't know if this is ever going to do really well, but once the leaves get big enough that I know I'll be able to propagate them and grow a better established plant, I might do that, and then I won't have so much pressure on this one surviving, because I do I do have another Marmaduke from propagating this one in my small propagation box. But yeah, there's that one, and then I'll show you my lovely Alocasia caprea Red Secret, which is doing wonderfully still. He's losing another leaf here, which I don't think is a problem because he's growing new leaves as he's losing them. So this one is now dying, but this one is now growing. So I think that is just how they work, or from what I see on Laura's channel, Stories and Succulents, whenever she's spoken about her alocasias, it's quite often that you'll get like a large new one coming through, and then the youngest one will like suicide, which I'm alright with, as long as we do get new growth, and we are getting new growth. So that new leaf coming through, and it's getting huge. Like, this is the newest large leaf. That is incredible. It's amazing. So it's doing really well, looking really good, looking lovely and healthy. I don't know what this leaf is quite up to, but he's hanging a little low. But I did just water this because it was getting dry. But it's looking really good, and I do love it in that pot, even though it's going to outgrow the pot very quickly. And I'm also thinking, I don't know how I'm going to get it out of that pot, but that's a problem for another time. But I love that pot. Right. I don't know what else to really update you with at the moment. I mean, I've got so much stuff I can show you. But, like, I don't know. Like my little Begonia Bowery Tiger Claw. I always get it mixed up if it's Tiger Paw or Claw. I still just got it balanced in this pot. I don't think I'm ever going to plant it into the pot. I could do it, would make sense that I just did. But he's doing really well. He's grown so much, and that was just from a leaf propagation. And I'm so happy with how that one's doing. It's so cute, and he's got like so many different colours going through him. It's nice. It's very similar to the Marmaduke, but also not at all similar. I mean, colours, yeah, colour-wise, very similar. Oh, I love them both. Right. Yeah, so there's that. Oh. I also purchased a while ago now, and I removed the label, but I know what this is, an Alocasia Pink Arrow. Yeah, that was what it's called. And it's like, I want to say it's almost black, but it's not. It's like dark burgundy. It's just really not showing up on camera, but it's like a really dark burgundy. The newest leaf has come through. Like, it was already like this in the shop. The newest leaf had a little bit of damage around the edge here. But I've had this, I think I've had this for about a month now, and it gets a lot of sun. I've really got it in a like really exposed position. Wait, I can literally show you where I keep it. Here, right here. This is where it stays. Against this window, and that gets like scorching sun. And it seems to be doing all right. It dries out relatively quick, but yeah. I don't know why it's called pink. It's really, there's no pink. Oh, the stems are pink, I guess, kind of. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you him because he's new. What else do we have? Oh, I'll just show you this little tray. Right, so in this little tray here, it's just a tray of like succulents. But these were just all propagations except from this Howarthia. This Howarthia I've had forever. It's like one of the first things I bought, and I really just don't like it. Well, I don't dislike it. It just doesn't do anything. Howarthia retusa. It probably would do something if I potted it up into a different pot, but I don't have the love for it that it needs in order for me to do that. And then I have these two little crassulas. These were sent to me from Holly as little propagations, and then this one also, this large crassula, was sent to me from Holly as a propagation, and that's grown so much. I hope you watch this, Holly, because I haven't shown you these in a very long time, but they're growing really, really well. I've just watered them today, so they are dripping, but that's just because I fill up the tray halfway, let them soak in, then pour out the excess water, and then they dry out super quick because they're in the sunny window. Then I've got this little Crassula, what's it called? Gollum? Crassula Gollum? He's gonna fall. But he's grown so nicely. And that was just a propagation off of my main Crassula, which you can kind of see in, no, my hands are in the way. Where can you see it? You can't really see it. I'll show you in a sec. There's that one, and then a Schlumbergera, which is looking terrible, but I think it's just getting too, well, I don't know if it's getting too much sun, but it's just not really enjoying where I've got it, which is all right. Yeah, so this is the main Crassula Gollum that I had, and it's doing wonderfully, and that looks so nice in that pot. That's good. That's really good. It's really hot. This pot is baking. But this dries out super quick, and it seems to love it. I mean, it dried out real bad for a while, and it dropped a lot of leaves. You can see them in here, like these little wormy looking things. It dropped quite a lot of leaves, but I've watered it quite a lot recently, and it's really plumped up, and it's just looking really nice. That's a good pot. Yeah, that's so nice. I got this pot for 50p from a fish shop. It was like, this guy was selling them because he was just getting rid of them, and 50p, bargain. Right, I'm gonna show you what I've purchased yesterday. I went to Perrywood's yesterday in Tiptree, and they had, the first thing I picked up was these pots. I actually saw it in like a beigey pinky colour first, and I picked it up and I was like, oh, that's really nice. And then I saw the yellow, and I picked up the yellow because I want to put, well, this wasn't why I picked it up, I just picked it up because look how nice that is. And it was only $5.99, which, I mean, like, that's good. I'd say that's a relatively good price for how much of like a statement piece that is, because it looks like wet, but it's obviously not. But just really nice pot. It doesn't have a hole, but I don't mind, you know, I don't mind watering like that, but I just love that. And I was thinking that I could put my Begonia breakdowns in it, and I think that would look really cool. Can that balance in there? Oh, well, I'm gonna pot it up into. Oh, does that look good? Yeah, does it? Let me know. Does that look good? I think it does. I think the color contrasts really nicely. Oh yeah, yeah, I like that. I do like that. But I'm gonna pot it up into that pot rather than just balancing it, because then it will have all that extra root space, and I think it would just be better. Yeah, that looks really good. I'm gonna leave that in there. Does that look good? Yeah, I think it looks good. Right, the next two things I bought are super strange, like cacti. One's a cacti, one's a euphorbia. So this is a Tephrocarpus. Tephrocarpus articulatus variety syringicantha. Mouthful. It's all on there. But this is super cool. Let me actually take it out of this packaging. I haven't taken it out of it yet. So this, like, I just saw that and I was like, that's really weird and quirky. And I had never seen one of those in person before, so I definitely had to pick it up, and I think that's really cool. I think Emma might like that. I think that's like, she'll be into how weird that is. Yeah, and it was, oh, what was it? I think it was only $3.99, which really is not bad. I mean, I'd expect to see that for like maybe like $8.99 because it just looks like it's a rare plant. But I was really excited about that, so I picked up that one. And then I picked up a Euphorbia stellata, which, let me try and get it out of this packaging. Oh, we're dropping up. Dropping stones. It's really hot in my room. I know my face is red, but that's sunburn. But it's hot in here. Right, and this one, oh, it's a cute little matching my jumper pot. This is like so weird and cool, and it's got this like pseudo stem. Don't know if you can, yeah, you can see it. So it gets this like really chunky stem, and then out of the top it grows these like flat tongue like growths. I just thought it was too cool to even put, like, to not pick up. And that again was $4.99. So I got both of them. No, $3.99, sorry. $3.99. Both of them $3.99 each, I'm pretty sure, yeah. But I just thought it was so cool and strange. And I've never seen either of these before, so I had to pick them up. And that sunny window there is like perfect for these. So I'm not worried about them at all. I think I'm going to be able to give them sufficient light. Yeah, so it's going to be really good. So that was those. Whew, right, and I'm going to leave it there because I'm sweating. So I'm going to leave it there. I need to get my window open. I hope you guys enjoyed that update. And if there are any plants that you want to see that I haven't shown in a while, please do ask. Leave it in the comments and I'll definitely get around to showing it. Or I'll let you know how it died. No, I'm joking. I haven't had many plants die over the past year. Yeah, no, I haven't. Yeah, so any questions, leave them in the comments. Oh, I haven't shown my other ZZ. Let me show that. Because this one is the more impressive one. So I've got this one and then the other one that you saw, but this one has grown so much. Yeah, so I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching and I hope you have a good day. I'll see you later. Subscribe, like, and check out my Instagram at plantingmemoriesyt. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching.